There you go. I was like, look, because the best part is MLB added this very nice feature that
where the health bars are around the portrait.
Yeah, that is such a QOL feature, man.
Yep, like we said, with theory crafting, the purpose of the Beatrix, it just deals with the Uranus, right? He can't really sustain if he doesn't hit you with his skills, and the damage is also stacking. So, Jason now in a spot of bother as Sana comes in. They're just pulling and pushing, looking to grab the attention of Forsaken and backing off soon after, as Evo C is going to get collapsed on by Forza here too. LY4, he's going to get another kill. Look at the damage from LY4.
Yeah, the damage coming out, but hold on a second, a bit of a team fight happening in the mid lane right there, as Sana will go down, as, Forsaken will take what they can get and pull back.
Now LY4, because he has the range, Forza has the range too, they should be making short work of the structure. That siege creep is going to fall soon, but look at this structure. It's like down to a 10th health already. It's dead on the next push.
I feel like LY4 is actually showing, it's like doing a promotional video right now, right?
This is what Beatrix can do in your ranked games.
Yes, exactly.
Take her today.
Yeah, and you can see the damage coming out. It's such an early game against Uranus, albeit helping. Okay, there's a Bruno helping it out, and also with the shotgun that the Beatrix has. And take a look at it right now, as RSG will be about to collapse on top of LY4.
LY4, he's just overreached a little too much. He's greedy, and he gets punished for that. But because the play was made on the top side, a cross-map play for RSG, the veterans, you expect this coming from them. You're going to gank my top side? Well, we're just going to take the turtle across the map.
Yeah, and of course, at the bottom side, it's kind of like a mirror thing, right?
Yep.
Well, Forsaken is the one that is going in a range matchup.
Hold on. They're looking to dive the claw. They actually have the control down on him. He's going to try and double away, but the Tortoise Porpoise is doing too much damage. Now, RSG, they need to regroup because you can see on your minimap, the Kufra and company are arriving too. Looking to make this one happen as Bao jumps in, but he's overextended by himself too. The Yin Yang overturn is available, but they're not going to use it. I tell a lie, it's not available at all, so there's no reason for Forsaken to fight here.
And once again, you can see how, because of that, energy. And don't forget, at the bottom side, if you notice, there's not much energy, turret energy left for the side of Forsaken. So that's going to inflate that goal of RSG SG actually has.
Or for showing how this range matchup can work against the Uranus. So people might want to take note of the value here. Look at the damage. He's forcing Evo C to just back off every time he walks out. There's no way for him to step up past the tier 1.
And pops the ultimate at the same time, if I'm not mistaken as well. Sana tries to look for the turret dive as well, but LY4, I don't think he wants to dive. And it just boils down to the fact that you see RSG SG is 2k ahead in gold lead. Let's take a look at the instant rehydrate right here. The heal coming out from Forsaken is probably the revitalizer in the middle. Is the one that's probably holding it. But hold on a second right here.
Sana rolling, and gone is Evo C. He's overextended again, and they punish him once more. Amount of kills down. You can see another dive happening concurrently on the bottom side. The Tamas has to be careful. Diablo here is treading a thin line. If he oversteps, he's going to get killed by Kai and company too.
Yeah, but I feel like, Diablo using a Thamus can actually hold his own. There's a lot of clutch moments that you can do from Thamus' kit, but it is RSG SG that's going to respond. Whoa, what
a catch actually. Here comes the Kufra, but oh man, he's immediately taken now. LY4, he's just too fat for 1-on-1 at this point in time, and Forza, the double marksman, tag teaming up, getting another kill for himself. Forza, 2-0-3 now. Turtle available. RSG wants to make sure it's unavailable after they're done with it.
Yeah, I feel like Forsaken really cannot contest for RSG SG's turtle. That I would actually call it their own right now, because the double marksman matchup coming up for Forsaken, they are getting starved out of gold. In fact, RSG SG is just trampling over on their own carpet, and they're not allowing any form of access. You can see a bit of a counter jungling on the top side, but I don't think that's going to hurt RSG SG at all.
Another jump in from Bao. They need to get the kill on Diablo to find some brief respite, but no, he's going to walk away scot-free. Tortoise Popo is being popped by Sana. They're looking to dive past the tier 2s. They want to finish off the structure first and then look for Evo C. The damage from Fossa with those balls coming in. Looking to rotate over onto mid tier 1 this time is RSG SG. They can siege down the structure since it's still up. They need the minions first though.
Okay, let's take a look at the items right now, right? LY4 going for the BOD. Usually Beatrix can also go for attack. I've seen Beatrix with the attack damage, but LY4 is going to go for raw damage as RSG manages to take it down. The ultimate coming up from Forza.
He gets the kill with the ultimate and now chasing down onto Bao. The tactical slide in, and the last auto should give him the kill on the Kufra 2. Bao had no business being there. Now moving in again. Forza, look at this guy. He's so greedy for the kills. He's going to get punished here unless his team can rescue him, and they do. Evo C falls soon after. RSG SG playing as a unit. They say, you know what, you can die for the kills if you want. We've got your back, bro.
Yeah, and you can see like Flash can literally call the crocodile. It's just 2 cocks, and he almost died. And that's basically what happened from the side of Flash. RSG SG is so far ahead in terms of that goal, 6k goal lead, and Forsaken, once again, going for that, high value kind of, but high budget kind of matchup. It's just so hard for if RSG SG decides to just run over to your turrets right now.
20 seconds on the turtle. LY4 is holding towards the weak side of the map. I call that the weak side because 4 of his teammates are towards the top half here, stealing the blue away. RSG SG, they can rotate over to the turtle, which spawns in 10 seconds, get themselves a nice fat goal lead again. Another fight breaking out here as they finally manage to kill off Jason. So no more heals coming out, no more Holy Baptism either. Now Forza might be the next to fall. There's nothing that they can do for him. He needs the help, but he does not get it. Now Santa is in a world of pain too as he's running away. Diablo jumping back in this Tamus. LY4 finally joins in, so that scares them off enough. Forsaken sees the big boss come in and they say, nah, we don't want to have anything to do with Lim Yang.
Yeah, but I gotta give credit where credit's due, right? Forsaken with the Kufra jumping on top catches the member of RSG, and after that, Flash immediately follow up with the Blazing Duet. That is beautiful execution at the very least coming up from the side of Forsaken.
Forsaken now, they need to regroup. They're about 4k-ish behind in gold. I'm not going to do all the math.
Fight, actually.
That team fight minimizes the goal lead to 4k. Bao jumping forward, again looking for a pick off. They're starting up the turtle, and RSG actually not looking to contest this with Talmud in the top side and Beatrix in the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like you can see Diablo is actually reacting over to it.
Tell a lie. Nope, they're just going to sneak this one away. Easy game, getting taken out by Fossa. Now Bao has overextended. Sana coming in with the Tortoise poise. They're looking to hold him up and kill him off. They get the Kufra. There's nothing he can do. Nothing left to offer for Forsaken. Now Evo C, he's going to get caught out too. Diablo has the initiative, has the priority in that lane.
Yeah, bottom side is going to get sieged by the side of RSG SG. Just now, that team fight is basically what Forsaken did. Simbat, Bao all the way up to RSG SG for the taking.
They want to get the buffs, dot the I's, cross the T's before they close this game out. 7k, slightly less than is the lead right now for the veteran squad of RSG SG. Another 80 seconds on the Lord. If they want to play this safe, they could wait it out, take the objective, and then close the game out. Otherwise, just go for a big team fight here if they wanted to. Either way works as Sana jumps in. Now they're looking for their fight here. Actually, might have overreached here as the Blazing Duet comes in. They get 2 kills onto Sana and Diablo. And now members of RSG need to back off. Jason very low, but they might get him down. Oh, Kai, he reached for it, but he fell. He could not get there in time. Jason finds another heal to reset and join his team again. As RSG, they still have 3 members. They can reset over here and take away the jungle camps.
Yeah, that was a very bad team fight coming out for Forsaken. Yes, they managed to take 2 members down for RSG SG, but RSG SG, the reason why Fossa and members of RSG SG came in late is because they're busy with the mid-tier turret, and they got it.
And they managed to get the structures that they wanted. The goal lead is still about 7k. Now they just want to reset 25 seconds on the Lord, get all the items that they need. You can see Sana already picking up his very tanky boy items.
Yeah, and it's actually just Forsaken slowly but surely. I don't know how slow. I think it's going to be very slow, right? Yeah. For the side of Forsaken to basically farm up for the critical core items coming out from Flash. Starting to show, by the way, with the Demon Hunter sword as well that I realized. And Flash actually building towards more tanky items just to have that more survivability, but it is the Lord that spawned right now.
The way they won the previous fight was because Sana and Diablo overextended. I don't think RSG SG are going to make the same mistake as Sana finds Bao here first. Forces the bouncing ball out. They're controlling this area pretty well. RSG SG not allowing anyone from Forsaken to run in without getting punished. Evo C can do so, but he doesn't gain any ground further than the river.
Yeah, and I feel like because of this Lord, it's not really worth it for Forsaken. Yes, they can toss their lives over for this Lord, but look at the side of RSG SG. Where can they plunk it to? And especially when RSG SG is the one that actually took down the Lord first. As Forsaken, you can look at their mini-map. It's just on full retreat.
The structures are still up inside the base, of course. All inhibitors plus the core left untouched. The Lord was taken away, like you mentioned, so that should be spawning soon.
Yeah, I feel like that Lord will be spawning in the mid lane. And this is going to put on quite a bit of pressure over the side of Forsaken, right? Like RSG looking very powerful, and even with the Lord marching down the mid lane as well, it's going to give a lot of sieging power. Let's just see how RSG bring this in. They can either force a 3-prong attack. Now they probably have to split push just a little bit. You can see how Beatrix is working towards the top side, whereas Stamos is working to the bottom side. They're trying to intend to clash all 3 lanes at the same time.
Now, when you look at this, the core of this is to make sure you don't get caught out before the Lord arrives inside the base. So you can't fight, you can't die unless the Lord reaches, right? Right now, they're paying very close attention to when the Lord reaches and is going to get picked off, but it buys them space to actually take down the structure. It's going to fall here, but look at the inhibitor falling, jumping in though. It's going to be Bao. Sana getting stunned up, so he can't really offer anything just yet. RSG looking to regroup and move towards the top side. Nice back and forth, but EvoC is going to get pulled in here. Tortoise Popoise has been popped by Sana. Only members left with ultimate are Jason and Diablo, so the Holy Baptism might mean the big difference in this fight. They jump onto EvoC and now they're looking to kill off the tanky member. He has no health, nothing left to offer either. RSG kill off the tank and now they can run down the base. Mid inhibitor already fallen, now looking for the top. Bao looking to jump in too. Actually cancelled at the last minute, knows that it's a suicide mission. It's 1 way in, 0 ways out if he decides to jump in.
And the worst part is Flash actually used the Blazing Duet at the bottom side. So for the next few seconds, in fact half a minute, mind you, Flash doesn't really have access in terms of Blazing Duet. At the very least, Forsaken holding on to that trigger but not going to be pulling it. So that's actually a mad respect over to Bao.
Well, his ult has come up already in time, so that was actually a really quick reset. RSG though, they're still playing with the man advantage. EvoC is now only spawning as they finish off the top and mid. Now looking for the bot inhibitors so that they can get the megas in and start sieging. Sana is taking the bare brunt of the damage from this tower. You have to back off. It's down to about a quarter health.
I feel like whatever RSG can do right now is just siege the bottom side. Okay, nice engage coming up, and it's going to be another team fight.
Another team fight coming. RSG, they need to fight front to back. Flash still has his Blazing Duet. The space is going to be the big difference here. It depends on whether he can get it into the back line or the front line.
Yeah, the reinforcement coming out from Forsaken is there because it's closer to their own base. Whereas RSG, Sana receiving that much damage in the bottom side early on just now is not ideal because right now RSG is slightly thinking twice in terms of engagement. But you gotta admit, LY4 missing that ultimate bullet right there is gonna hurt them more.
Okay, this is the end of the bottom inhibitor in RSG. Whether they want to handshake the fight, it's up to Forsaken. They're jumping in already low on health is Sana, but he's frontlining for his team with the Tortoise Popoise. Diablo in the backline getting caught out just a little bit. Here comes the Blazing Duet though. It might just rip them all apart. The Kugura's down and so is the Kumfer. It's the Bruno that's doing the damage. Fossa in conjunction with LY4, the double marksman, clean up this fight. Forsaken, they try to defend. They almost got it off, but at the end, it's going to be RSG that claims the clean 2-0.
Yeah, it feels like a very slow death animation, right? Like the fact that you see Forsaken, they're really starved out in terms of their gold, and by the time that you start to see the damage coming out from that clot, it's a little bit too late.
Yeah. I think every time he enters the fight, there's always this moment of like, is he going to be able to output enough damage to match up against Fossa and LY4? Because it's double marksman against, the double clot. Yeah, it's so tough. It's so tough, and even in between all that, there's the Holy Baptism from Rafaela. Like, there's so many tools that stop him from really popping off. When it comes to draft, I have to give it to RSG again this time.